I really don't like my parents at all. What do I mean? Well, my parents, they treat me like an absolute asshole. They make me watch baby shows whenever I get in trouble, so I can learn a little life lesson on bad stuff like smoking, watching NC-17 movies, etc. But to get the elephant out of the room, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Coraline Jones. I'm 11 years old, and for some reason my family is dead. How did that happen? Well, this man named Omar Suarez ran over my family as he was hired by someone who was named Robert De Niro. I wish I could tell you what my parents look like, but one day the FBI burst into my home and took all the portraits which had my parents in it. That was a sad day for me, but it's okay because I'm living all by myself. I know how to get groceries, do the laundry, cookies in the stove, and more. At least I still have my grandparents whose names are Gabriel and Joanna. Now I know what you want to ask. Why is my grandpa a different skin color? Well, watch your mouth, dear reader, because it's none of your damn business. Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever got in trouble by skipping school before? I have. It sucked hard. You wanna know how I did but never got away? Go ahead and make me do it. Well, there's lots of episode of Little Witch Academia that talks about this illegal thing. For those of you who have never heard of this anime, Little Witch Academia involves a girl named Akko who attends an academy for witches. That's all I can tell you, as I just encountered a weird episode of the series. I can tell you about it. One day, I was at home with my dog Precious. We were on the couch watching this somewhat weird commercial that had F. Henry Albatross and Gerald Melchett showing us how to cook burgers. Then it got to a commercial which told us that a special episode of Willow Witch Academia will be playing at the Piedmont Theater in California for 3 weeks only. I thought that I'd be interested in anime playing at a select movie theater, so I bought tickets to California and headed out. I let Precious come with me because he's nervous of thunder due to there being one every single night when I'm not around. So we made our way to the airport. It was cool because I rode in a taxi with Colonel Sanders as a driver. When I gave out my tickets to the airport, we met Virgin Man. Me and Precious got on the plane to California. Dogs are supposed to be put in cages, but who the fuck cares? At least Precious doesn't pee and poo all over the place. I take her to the lavatory. I said to this handsome girl named Laura has given up head for California, and I said yes. She told me that this kind of plane rocks because it had a TV in every single movie and television show, and most of all, you could play freaking video games on it. How relaxing. While jamming into some PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, I got interrupted by this angry flight attendant who told me smoking isn't allowed. However, I wasn't smoking. My dog Precious found an old cigarette. I apologized to the man. He gave me a cage to set the dog in. When I arrived in California, I somehow regretted letting my dog go on this trip with me as I went to my hotel. Surprisingly, there was a hotel just around the corner where the Piedmont Theater was. I got a taxi to the theater, but before I went to the ticket station, I got stopped by someone named Dallas asking me who I was. I stated my name, and she told me that if I buy a ticket to the latest episode of Witch Academia, what I would see will not be good at the end. I gave it a good old go and purchased a ticket. However, when I got to the freshman bar, I was given a free meal from KFC as the popcorn machine was down at the time. Nice and good at the same time. Me and Precious sat down at our seat, ready to watch this film. I sat down next to these million people named Billy Bob Tanley and Samuel Jackson. While talking about how I was the only child in the theater, the previews were about to begin. The first preview showed a trailer for a movie starring Mr. Parks and Jack Black. The second trailer had Star Butterfly just walking with a dead body of Marco Diaz. Then before we got into the episode of Little Witch Academia, we were introduced to a short film which was basically a parody of Steve Ham starring Homer Simpson and Mr. Burns. The intro started finally. However, things are off. When we saw Akko, she was completely clothless. Samuel L. Jackson ran to the bathroom to vomit. Billy Bob Tinley covered his eyes, but for me, I wasn't even bothered. Trust me, I have seen what a human body looks like. A tap card came up and it said, "Playing Hooky." The episode started with Akko sleeping in her bed until her parents claimed that it was time for witch school. Akko really didn't want to go because on most days she gets treated like shit from her friends. But Akko came up with a perfect idea. She could just clone herself, so that's what she did. Akko, for some reason, had a PC in her room. So she went out there to play some Fortnite while her clone went to school. After his parents left for work, the clone of you-know-who flew to school. The plan was a success. A time card popped up and it said 3 hours later, Echo got very bored of playing Fortnite, so she decided to take a walk. Walking, she met Mr. Topham Hatt. They had a nice talk about how the engines on the Sodor do a good job on most days. Then Echo decided to go to the park for some exercise. Then she decided to attend an outdoor fitness program with people such as Al Macho, Conor Foskey, Ashley Armbruster, Disco Stew, Walter Beckett, Bucky Buckneal, and T-Bar and Hilda. Meanwhile at school, Miss Callista said where the world Echo is. Bull crap, Billy Botchelly said next to me. She's right there next to the other students. Isaiah Vargas was for some reason one of the students in the class telling the teacher that she was watching dead memes during tests they were about to take. Amazon sent switches back in the day to use phones. Miss Glistis took the phone away from the clone of Echo and they started the exam. Then it got to an intermission for one of those Monty Python digmajigs. It then displayed a cartoon which had Marnstone and Reverend Peter Timms playing to kidnap the fiancée of Governor Tackleton. Their plan was a success and it cut back to the episode. The clone of Echo asked if she could use the restroom. Miss Glistis said yes. While walking to the restroom, Echo discovered a little thing with electric sparks. She took it outside and immediately spun random clothes for herself. This was a legit parody of Set in the Clothes in The Simpsons. Speaking of clothes, as I showed the clothes of Echo, I could barely see a girl who was covered in soap on screen. Let's all go out for peanut butter and banana milkshakes, said the clone of Echo. They all made their way down the hill on their broomsticks. The real Echo was hanging out with Asia from the high school DXD, having chocolate milkshakes and talking about why some people don't like her a lot. Just then, the clones broke the windows down mumbling gibberish. Echo said, "Oh no, I forgot I left the holy spell book in the hallway at school. What am I gonna do?" That's when someone special showed up in the sky. Was it a bird? Was it a plane? No, it was Superman. The laser on the phone was that the day was saved. And Superman asked, "You girls are playing hooky by not going to school, are you?" Echo and Asia nodded yes, and Superman made multiple trips to the schools they went to. Miss Callistus was not quite happy with Echo for playing hooky. He sent her to the principal's office, and the principal appeared to be Mr. Mufflin from Fanboy and Chum Chum. He asked sincerely why Echo tried to skip school. Echo said this. "Okay, here's the story. I played hooky today because when I sometimes go to school, my friends treat me like crap, and I didn't want to let that happen." Mr. Mufflin believed her. Sadly, he ended up suspending Echo for 2 days straight. Then I got to the credits. I have no idea what just happened, but I tell you that was weird. Later that evening, I went to my hotel for a nice bath. 5 minutes later, I saw Dallas Grimes pointing her pistol at me, claiming that I made a big mistake. But before she shot me, I ran to the telephone and dialed the police. The officer that saved my life was Joe Caltacino. I thanked him, and he gave me my dog Princess back because she was apparently trying to be kidnapped by Dallas. I was then told that Dallas was a registered sex offender, which disappointed me. The next day, I went to visit the Piedmont Elementary School. I met some familiar people such as Pierre Gregoire, Jenny Foxworth, and others. I recognized the school was having a barbecue. I met with Caillou and his lovely grandpa, and I met this woman named Jury. We both had a discussion and more. Before I left the school, I saw this air horn which would set out a diesel engine named Diesel. I asked for a ride to the airport since I decided to leave because it was an exhausting day. I got on the plane safely. Instead of sitting next to Laura, I sat next to this man named Spotswood. Thankfully, my dog Princess had a cage, so she wouldn't mess around. It has been nice talking with you. I gotta go because there are other things I must deal with.